And we are live. My goodness.
Yes.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Coach Eric, and you're probably wondering, how many Star Diamond coaches does it take to turn on stupid Google Hangout Live? We had some technical difficulties, but everything is fine now. So this is our first time doing this type of format, and actually, Katarina and I were talking a few weeks ago, and we said, it would be awesome to gather some of the most successful coaches in our downline, in the team movement downline, and make them available to answer questions for some of the newer coaches. And I said, you know what? You're right. So, and here we are. We have gathered some of the most successful coaches in our in the team movement downline, all-star diamond coaches. And you guys are awesome because you have submitted some very challenging questions for all of us, and we are more than ready to answer them. So we're going to try to keep this to 30 minutes. So let me stop talking right now and jump right into the questions. So we're going to start with Carla. Carla, this question comes from Rachel Hogian, I believe, and Rachel, please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. She is a coach. I'm not sure who her upline diamond coach is, but here's the question. What's the best way to make new contacts? And then she says this is the one area that, she's really having some difficulties with.
Yeah, making new contacts is so important. I think that just needs to be your goal. Like to me, whatever you set your objective to be, that's what you're going to achieve. So if your objective is to make new contacts, then everything needs to be centered around that. Like for me, it's doing free challenges and like and share giveaways, things that you're doing on your like page, focused around building new contacts, like non-Beachbody reach outs. And with my free challenges, whenever you change your mindset to my objective is to making new contacts and expanding my network, not necessarily selling challenge packs, not necessarily getting new challengers, but to expand my network, then you're going to do those things. So to me, that was my biggest thing was starting the free challenges and doing that avenue and really, really changing your mindset to helping others, not necessarily selling things. And so I think that's a big way to do that. And like I said, the like and share giveaways, that's a way that's helped me with expanding my network with my like page and non-Beachbody reach outs. Those would be my ways right there.
Okay, all right. I want to ask you something. So let's dig a little deeper.
Okay.
I know that you're on vacation, so let's just expand this to say over the past 3 days. What did you do to expand your network over the past 3 days specifically?
While I've been on vacation.
Oh, you've been on vacation all the time?
Yeah, but really, yeah. But this morning, I still worked every morning. So, yeah, I have still been doing non-Beachbody reach outs. And then I actually am promoting a free event right now it's like a declutter your house, detox your body group, and I am running an ad right now with that. And so that has, whenever I decided to start running an ad once a month and doing a free challenge once a month was when I hit a brick wall with my worm market. That was when I decided to start doing that, and so I do it every month, and at that same time I do a like and share giveaway on my like page. That starts to open new doors for me to meet new people and that kind of thing, offer incentives for referrals, things like that. But for the last 3 days, every morning I have been messaging people. I have been doing non-Beachbody reach outs. I have been expanding my network that way. And then people that are joining my free group, then I'm messaging them. Hey, I'm so excited you're going to join my new free group, and starting a relationship with them.
Okay, all right. So the main way that you expand is you're using your Facebook fan page, and then you're utilizing the free your free groups to expand the network.
Yeah, right now, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Anybody else? And does
Can
anyone
I
else want to
ask you
chime
a
in?
question?
You
Can I
don't have
ask?
to raise your hand, superstar.
We're in school.
It's all good.
Hi. Carla, pick me.
Yeah, get on the back. Yeah.
I have two questions, actually. Okay, my first question for you is, what's a like and share giveaway?
For me, I do a like and share giveaway every month, and I do it at the same time that I'm running a ad. So they have to. I do 3 Shakeology packs and a cup that I have like a No Quit Fitness decal on, and they have to like my like page, share the post, and then they comment below done. And so all of that is increasing engagement on my page, and they're entered into a drawing to get the prize. And I usually get about 40 to 50 comments on that at least, and gain quite a few likes every month. And I've found if I do that whenever I do the at the same time I'm promoting my ad, then those people that are seeing my ad and clicking join, then a lot of them are clicking to go on my page, and then consequently they see I'm doing a like and share giveaway, and so then they're participating in that, and then I'm gaining a ton of likes. Like if you look at my stats on my like page, it's crazy that 1 week how that happens, and I think that all goes in together. I mean, it cost me what, $15. I mean, that's, and then you're sending it to somebody, and then I usually do a video telling who wins, and that's once a month, and I do it at the very same time I'm promoting my ad.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Taking notes on everything that you
Oh,
just said.
I'm sure you don't need to learn anything from me.
Get real. That was awesome. Okay, and then I had one more question for you too. What is a non-Beachbody reach out? Is that like forming people, or what is that?
Okay. Well, to me, that means I'm actually going to people's pages that are friends of mine, not necessarily in my newsfeed. People that are totally like falling off my newsfeed. Like every day, I'm trying to do 5 non-Beachbody reach outs. So I'm going to friends that are not showing up in my newsfeed, and I'm commenting on something that they're doing. Like I'm commenting, hey, and they're genuine. I mean, I'm not being fake, but like, hey, your kids are so, look so cute on the beach, like you're having a great time. Or maybe like this morning I did like probably about 10 non-Beachbody reach outs. I just went back through my messages. People I have not talked to in a really long time, and I just said this. I was like, hey, hey, Katerina, having a great summer. And then those people are going to respond to you because you're not talking to them about Beachbody, so they're going to respond. And then somebody else was like, well, hey, how much is the 21-day fix now? I mean, and that's what you hope, something like that's going to come from it. So, but I mean, I think that's important to not just look at the people in your news feed, to go to friends that are no longer showing up in your news feed and comment on what they're doing for a non-Beachbody reach out, because then they're going to become into your news feed and start seeing what you're doing more.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for answering those questions. That was awesome.
All right. Okay, so we're about to wrap things up now. Just all right, so let's go ahead and go to questions. I know. Okay, look, guys,
that was more than
this
2
is live. I know. This is live, guys. This is our first time doing it, so just deal with it, right?
Right.
This is great.
We're gonna make sure that we answer. This is good information.
Yeah,
man.
knowledge bombs are just dropping everywhere right now.
It's just pow pow. So, and like I said, the guys, I want to let you know. I mean, these are some of the top coaches in Team Motivate. I mean, the person that you just heard from. I mean, she's kicking out Success Club 10 plus every freaking month. I mean, she is rocking it. So. Listen up, because we've got some more awesome people that will be answering. Speaking of awesomeness, we have Katerina. Katerina, I have Jennifer Banning. She is an Emerald coach, and she is Christy Carraway's upline diamond coach. And she has asked, how do you stay organized? What do you do to keep organized?
That is a great question. Now I'm going to be honest and say not all the time am I organized. And I'm also going to be honest and say in the like 6 million years that I've been a coach, I have changed different organization systems as well. So if somebody has one right now and they're like, oh, this isn't working, it's okay to try something new. Okay, so I've probably tried a bunch of different things. I'm just going to tell you some of the things that work for me. So one of the things that I do to stay organized is every day, well, the night before, I make a to-do list on my phone. And I use Awesome Note as the app that I use. I've been using it forever. And I learned that from Shalene because I did her free 30-day push challenge twice, actually. So I do this, like this keeps me organized. And what's cool about Awesome Note is that when you like cross off something that you've done, it goes to the bottom of the app and it says completed, canceled, or pending. And then so many things that we do as coaches are super repetitive. So I'll cross something off and it goes to the bottom, and then the night before I just go through and I like unselect those so they move back up to the top of my to-do list again, because we do a lot of the same things over and over. So for example, some of the things that I've done already today that are just going to get moved up again would be like to write in my 5-minute journal, to listen to a podcast, to read for 30 minutes, to reply to messages for 45 minutes, and I have 2 of those on here. My workout's always on here. I don't have to put Shakeology. That one's kind of like a habit now, right? Let's see what else. Yeah, those are like my main ones, and then other things just get added in too, but those are on here every single day. And it's okay, so that's like one of my main things. But the question was probably like, how do I stay organized and track things in terms of my business? So I've tried actually to use like the computer and a million different apps and stuff, and I love technology, but for some reason I always end up with a notebook. I don't know why. It's like so old school, but I end up with one of these every single time. So I use a notebook, and I'm just going to tell you the things that I track so you guys can just put them in whatever form that you want to track it. Some people are better at spreadsheets or Evernote or, you know, whatever you can think of. There's probably a million cool apps and stuff, but I don't know. I end up old school. So here's how my notebook is divided. The first section of it is always on goals. And so I rewrite my goals at the beginning of every week, but I also have like my monthly goals too. So that's like the first section. Then the next section, I write I am at the top, and then those are all my daily affirmations. So it's saying things like, you know, I am confident in myself, I'm a 15-star elite diamond coach, just, you know, like things that you want to attract to yourself. The next section is on daily activities. So every day I write, you know, the date, and then I'll write what I did for that day. So, you know, right here it says like sent meal prep doc. And I wrote like the names of 15 people that I sent this meal prep document I created to. And I track, you know, just different, you know, who I followed up with and presented the business to, just like the things that I've done for that day. And then at the end of my work week, which I consider it Sunday, some coaches are probably going to say Wednesday because that's how our weeks really go, I tally everything up, and I'll put like business presentations, and I'll go through and I'll rewrite the names of the people. And that will lead me to my next section of my notebook, which is follow-ups. They have their own section because follow-ups are super important. And then the very back section, because it's like a 5-subject, is coaches and challengers goals. So when a coach tells me their goals or some of my challengers, I write them in here. I write a little note about it. I put the date that they want to reach those goals and like the dates that I need to follow up with them. And a lot of my follow-ups too, I put into the calendar app on my phone, and I set it as a reminder. So sometimes I set reminders to check in with coaches if they said by this date they want to do this, or I set reminders in my phone to remind certain people about the sales of, let's say, the 21-day fix if that was the program that they wanted. Or I even, and this, some coaches might not agree with this, but I set reminders in my phone to remind people after they initially bought the challenge pack that their second shipment of Shakeology is going to come. And so I let them know, like, hey, it's about time that your next one's going to come. I told you that I would remind you, and now it's up to you if you want to cancel or if you want to keep going. And, like, I am very upfront with people, and I give them that option. So, yeah, my phone with my to-do list and my calendar, and then that notebook. And that's pretty much how I stay organized right now. I hope that helped.
How many hours do you work per day on average?
It varies. I would say a couple, but
Mhm.
like when I sit down to do those messages, so that's let's see, that's two 45-minute blocks right there, and then I read, and then I do probably. It depends on the day, I would think. Sometimes I'm gonna sit there and do more, and then some days I just like go. I'm just like, okay, I did it. It's crossed off. Bye.
I'm going to ask this question to the entire group, and then just give me one thing, and then we'll move on. For the person that is just totally just disorganized, give them one action step that they can do tomorrow to become more efficient and organized with their Beachbody business. And we'll start with Katarina. One thing.
And we'll start with Katarina. Why? um, one thing that they can do, identify their tracking system, what they're going to use.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Megan.
I would say this is the most organizationally challenged person you could ever meet. So, and I am a notebook person, but I would say do a brain dump. Like get a sheet of paper, a notebook, open up a document, and just do a brain dump, of what activities you're going to be doing, what you think you need to be doing, and just kind of get it out of your head first, so then you can determine what you are going to organize and what you have to work with daily.
Okay. All right. And Carla.
To me, it's just a to-do list. I mean, and just always have a to-do list for the next day. Do not sit down at your computer not purposefully. Like, you want to be purposeful every time you sit down. Here is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be scrolling my news feed. I mean, if you're going to do that at another time. Like when this is the things I'm going to accomplish, and you really need to put every single thing, like non-Beachbody reach outs, 5 of them. Okay, that's done. I'm going to message 5 people about my challenge group. Okay, that's done. I'm going to update my like page. That's done. And if you don't know what needs to be on your to-do list, you need to ask your Diamond coach or your personally sponsored coach, because she can tell you what kinds of things need to be on your to-do list and set office hours. I mean, that has been a life changer for me. Like, set office hours, because if you set office hours, and my office hours are a lot longer than most people's are, but no matter what they are, if you're going to be working your business for that period of time, it's going to be more productive than if you're just sitting there and suddenly you've been there for 4 hours and you've done absolutely nothing but like corresponded with friends, so it can happen so easily, and then your whole family is going to like want to disown you. So set office hours and work by to-do lists. Those are my suggestions.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to go down to Megan. Megan, this is another question from Jennifer, and her question is, how much should I put away for taxes for each paycheck or month?
Okay, so you're probably not going to like my answer, and I'll preface by saying I actually do our taxes. I'm not a tax professional. I've just always done our taxes. But unfortunately, the way the world works and money and numbers work, I am going to tell you to talk to a tax professional, because everybody's situation is going to be different. I have a military husband. Our income is traded differently. We have a lot of non-taxable income. If he deploys, it's different. So I know that we've got money to offset some of my self-employment taxes. If you have a self-employed spouse, it's going to be different. So you really need to speak to a tax professional to determine what is going to be best. And it's going to change as you start to earn more as well. How much you pay in taxes is going to also be offset by your business expenses, which you should be, keeping track of as well. So quite honestly, you need to speak to a tax professional to make the right determination for you and your situation. That was a quick and easy one.
That was an easy one, but you're right. I mean,
it's just, I'm not an accountant, y'all.
Right. And, well, I mean, you nailed it. You're absolutely right. How many of you guys have a tax accountant to work your business? Just raise your hand again.
I no,
Yeah.
I am that
So Megan,
person.
you do it
You
yourself.
know,
So you do it.
I do have a good amount of knowledge because I've done our taxes for so long. But you know, and
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
very savvy into things that you can write off and things like that. But
Mhm.
it just
Mhm.
is different for each person. So
You're right. You're right. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see. What time is it now, guys? It is. Oh, it's 8:55, and we successfully answered 3 questions. All right. I'm gonna skip down to some. Let's see. All right. We'll do a speed round, really quick. We're talking 50 seconds. All right.
oh
The
my
the
God.
next question is Jennifer Banning. How long did it take you to reach diamond? Okay, and Super Cat.
I do not know the exact amount of days, but I can tell you it was less than 90.
Wow. Okay, that's
Yep.
cool. Okay, and Meg.
Oh my gosh. I'm the tortoise. Remember the tortoise and the hare? It took me from when I became a coach over 2 years because I didn't work my business in the beginning. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
proof that if you stick with it, you can still do it.
Right. And then now you're Star Diamond. Fabulous.
Mhm.
Okay. And Carla.
I did promote to diamond in 2 months.
2 months. All right. And
Yep.
then for me, I'll just answer. I think it
Yes.
took me about a year. I think it took me a year to do that. Yeah. So, and as you can see, that's good. That's a mixture. We're all pretty successful with where we are, but
Right.
some move faster than others. So awesome. Okay.
Wait, can I say
Second.
something quickly? Sorry. He's like, I said
No.
it was a speed round. I just want to say really quickly why it took me less than 90. And it'll be really quick. When I joined Platinum Presenters, which is our like huge team, you guys, way back in the day, there was this training that Beachbody put out, kind of like Coach Basics now, and it was called 90 Days to Diamond. And so I bet you if you Google, you can find in some kind of archive the 90 Day to Diamond document. But Platinum Presenters ran these big groups, and you could sign up for them in different like months or whatever, or different 90 days, obviously. And so they paired us up with people. So I got this partner, and we had to text each other every single night or day or whenever the people paired up to. We did it at night, and we had to text each other every night our business like stats for the day. And when you do that, you become very consistent. You actually do the work because you have to report into somebody, right? And so then, like in 90 days, that it worked. So that's just quickly like how it happened.
And I think now there are so many more tools available to
Oh
new
my God,
coaches now
yes.
compared to when we started. I know it makes us sound old. When we have 2 sticks to rub
When we
together,
had to walk
Diamond
up to
Diamond
the
Coach.
snow,
Right.
50 miles.
So, but
Okay, I'm
yeah, so
sorry. I crashed
definitely,
your speed round. Keep going.
definitely take advantage of it. Okay, so now we've got 2 seconds to answer the next question.
No, I'm sorry.
Um, all right, this is okay. Have you reached? Oh, this will be a really easy one. Have you reached Success Club 10 each month? And Katarina,
No. Have you?
no.
Have I? No,
Meg,
I don't reach 10 every month.
no. Meg,
No, by golly,
no.
no. No.
Okay, Carla.
You or have you?
Have have
I
to.
have. I mean, I have, but I mean, I only signed last September. So, but yeah, I have.
That's
Yeah,
a big
she's
deal.
the
That's
weird one.
awesome.
Yeah.
I know. She's the weirdo, man. The
I
weirdo
am.
coach.
I'm weird.
Um, Miss
Weird is
going to
good.
Success Club parties.
Being
Weird is
weird.
good.
Yes.
No, that's fabulous. No, so really, just to kind of answer that question. So just because you see all these coaches doesn't mean that they're rocking. I mean, Success Club 10 is a deal. You definitely want to aim for that. Don't. It doesn't mean that you're a failure if you don't hit Success Club 10. Okay, so it's that is to me a very awesome number to hit consistently every month. So
Well,
well
and
done, Carla.
remember that the guidelines just changed here in the past couple months for the leads. You know, it used to be SC5, so that
Yeah.
was kind of our push all along. So it
Mhm.
has really stepped up the game where, you do reap more from getting that SC10 now.
Yeah, and I'll say too.
Right.
I was telling my friend today that I have noticed a lot more leads now. I mean, like, since they changed that, I'm not saying I wish they had changed that, but like the leads are way more productive because there's not as many people getting them. And so, you know, it really does pay off for you to get the SC10. But I mean, I know that's a stretch. That's a stretch. But the leads are more productive now. I mean, I'm not saying like I wish it was still SC5, but they are more productive now. So if you hit it, make sure you've got all your, you know, ducks in a row so that you get the leads for the next month for sure.
Tommy Margaret said something a while ago. He said, empty the gun. You know, if you're at Success Club 8 and you're like, oh, and you have someone that is interested, don't say, oh, I'll just wait until next month and so I can get my 5. Empty the barrel. You know, just go for it, because now there is I don't want to just repeat what just Carla said, but there is a big advantage of hitting Success Club 10 over 5 now. So, but once again, don't beat yourself up over it just if you don't hit it. So, okay, let's see. Okay, Megan, how do you keep your customers and previous challengers connected with you?
Okay, so I have a couple ways to stay connected. I have a general fitness and nutrition accountability group on Facebook, so all of my clients go in there. If they've finished a challenge group with me or if they've purchased something from me, they're in that group. And basically right now we just do daily accountability posts, and it's open for them to share and encourage one another, but it's also a platform for me to make announcements for upcoming challenge groups, new products that are launching, just to kind of keep in touch with them. I also take advantage of our back office with the postcards and the emails to do periodic reach outs to people. You know, we have great postcards that will do announcements of up and coming items, or if I have, you know, something special I want to announce, I'll do like a group email to people. And something that I am not consistent with that I should be, and I've done in the past, is a newsletter, and I do recommend it, and it's something I just need to get a groove of, because I think that is definitely a way that you can constantly, and I think what I did is I kind of shot myself in the foot. I was trying to do it every week, and that was just too much for me, and I think what I need to do go back is just do a monthly newsletter to be able to, you know, kind of reach out and share a recipe, you know, share some tips. And then you can also share, you know, again, product launches, upcoming challenge groups, you know, just a great way. And then the other thing I will do finally is I just do periodic Facebook messages, you know, kind of like what Carla was talking about with the non-Beachbody reach outs. I'll just kind of go through and be like, you know, I haven't heard from this person in a while. I'll see what they've been posting, and I'll just shoot them a message and just go, you know, hey, how's it going? And maybe comment on something. And sometimes I'm to the point, and I'm like, you know, how are you doing with your health and fitness, you know, goals? And just kind of check in with them and let them know that I'm still here and I'm still their coach, even if they're not ordering Shakeology anymore. You know, I'll just let them know that I care, and I'll just do little messages to check in with them too. So those are my main ways. Yeah.
Excellent. I want to add something really quick, and we'll move on very quickly. I just I just added a new coach to our team, and to be honest with you, based off of what I used to do, he probably would have fallen through the cracks, because he was in our challenge group, but he really wasn't active. He really wasn't posting, and I usually just focus on the people that are like really, really active. I really just took time to really focus in on that individual and make sure that I had his. I think Katarina, you were talking about this earlier, taking note of their goals, following up with them with reference to their goals,
Fireworks.
and helping them. I just lost you guys. All right. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna wing it because I can't see you guys. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
We can hear
All right,
you.
I'm back. All right, fabulous. All right. Okay. So it is 9:04. We're gonna go for 5 more minutes. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and cut things off. Looks like Carla's in the woods somewhere, so yeah, we better.
Yeah.
The Blair Witch Project is happening right now.
I heard talk about fireworks. We didn't tell y'all there's like a big fireworks show at the end.
Did you see it? Did you see it? I was telling the kids to come out. It was showing, yeah.
Yeah, who else gives you fireworks? They do it in Cancun. We do it on our calls.
That's right. That's right.
Little added something, you know, keep everybody
Dedicated.
engaged.
Dedicated.
Now Carla will do a fire dance.
Okay. All right. So Carla, this is one. This is for you.
Yes. Yes.
This will be the last question. And if your question was not answered, what I strongly suggest that you do is that you reach out to your upline diamond coach and you say, "Hey, I have," or any of the coaches here. Just say, "Hey, you know what? I really wanted this question to be answered," and then just let us know. So let's see.
Or post it in the event page too. We can answer them in the event page.
Well, there you go. That's right. All right. Actually, no. We're going to do two. We're going to try to squeeze in 2 in 5 minutes. So this one, Carla, says here, for those that work full time with limited access to social media during the day, how did you manage your time, your power hour? What steps did you take that allowed you, or is going to allow you, to leave your job and work Beachbody full time? That's a question from Melissa Hurtado. She's coach status, and she's coach status. Wow.
Yeah,
So Melissa just has the demeanor of like a diamond. I'm thinking, okay. I mean,
awesome.
she
will
Melissa,
get there.
you are awesome. You are rocking
awesome.
it. See,
She's
I'm telling
mine.
you,
She's
you're
mine.
going to get there. Yep. Upline. Yep, upline. You're going to get there because I see your name a lot on the on our leaderboards. But anyway, okay.
Absolutely.
So that's the question, Carla, in the woods.
Okay, yeah, in the woods, right here. First of all, yeah, if there's anything anybody wants to know that's not answered on here, and you want me to answer, please message me like anytime. I'll be glad to help you if I can. And you know, doing this full time is not everybody's objective, but it can be. Like, I do work full time. I'm an assistant principal, and so I have to really, really, really work purposefully when I work, and so I get up earlier than I've ever gotten up in my life, and that time is uninterrupted. That's my time to do Beachbody. During my lunch, I no longer, eat with my friends. I like shut my door, and that is purposefully 30 minutes I work on my business. And then, so like times during the day, again, it's office hours that I devote to working, and I just have to say, it really is working my business that entire time. You can get a lot done in an hour if you are really working your business during that hour. And then if you want more for your business, then you've got to work more than that. And that's why, like, I really hate for people to ask me, like, how many hours a day do you work? Because I really do work a lot, but, like, I want to be a top 10 elite coach. I mean, that's what I want. So, I mean, not everybody wants that. I mean, so you have to align your goals with what you want. So I'm not necessarily going to quit my job because I've got too many years in education. Like, I have 22 years, so I'm so close now. But if your goal is to quit your job, if your goal is to be an elite coach, if your goal is to be one of the top people in the company, then you've got to put in a lot more hours than somebody else. And so you need to align your goals with what you want your objective to, be. So, I mean, your time you're putting in, if your objective is to quit your regular job, now from the get-go, my goal has been to match my income. From the beginning. And Eric knows that. I've said that all along. Like, I want to match what I'm bringing home with my regular job. And I mean, I'm not doing that, but I'm coming close to doing that now. So you have to put in more hours. And when I say more hours, it doesn't mean just spinning your wheels. It means, like, you are purposefully working your business. If you work your business 3 to 4 hours a day, I am sorry, you are going to rock it, period. I mean, if you are doing those, and if you're not, then you need to talk to somebody about what it is that you're doing during that time that you need to change so that you can, because your time should, like, equal what you're getting out of it a little bit. I mean, like the first year, I think you do put more time in than you're getting out. I think that's very natural. I don't think you need to beat yourself up over that. And with, you have to put in a lot more time than what you're seeing as far as benefits are concerned. But it will come. It will come. It will come to you. And it's not come to me like I wanted it to come to me. So, I mean, but it's going to. I mean, like, it is. But I know that the possibility is, like, I can't wait. Ever since the beginning, I've said the sky's the limit. And that is what I feel for all of us. So, yeah. I think that's going to be. Did I even answer the question? I so look like I'm naked and afraid on the show, don't I? I'm like in the dark. I'm on the front of the house, on the beach cottage up here, but yeah, I don't even know if I use
I don't know. I mean, you're getting me pumped up. I'm ready to go ahead and start work again. I mean,
do it.
Me
Work
too.
it.
all right. Okay, ladies, this is the last question, and we'll go ahead and call in the evening. All right. This is actually this. We just got this message in our group, and I thought it was really good. This is from an individual named Nadia Allard. She is a coach. She recently signed up as a coach, and Angela Capers is her upline diamond coach. And she just started, she just finished the Coach Basics. And what I would like to do is, because she's one of our newest coaches, Nadia, we're going to give you some love, girl. We're going to have each of the coaches answer your questions, okay? Because I want to make sure that you find, well, it's a good question. So let me just go ahead and shut up and just read it. It says, will you share with me some stories about your first few months as a coach? Let's see. Whether it's encouraging, funny, or I can relate. Right now, I just feel intimidated. And I think she talked a little bit more. I don't think I copied the whole question. But basically, she was a little frustrated with the process. She was like, hey, I'm inviting and I'm not getting anywhere, and I just feel a little overwhelmed. I'm talking to people, they're not responding to me. What is it that I'm doing wrong? I'm feeling intimidated. How would you address that, Katarina?
He always goes right to Katarina.
Yeah, big C.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so to share a story is what you said, right? Share a story from when I was a beginning coach on feeling intimidated. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure. I felt like there were more questions in there.
Story. I think what she's.
Okay.
I know. I think that the gist is that she's saying that she is just starting out, and she wants to make sure that she is doing what she needs to do to become successful. And she's saying, "Hey, am I doing what you did when you first started?"
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story about there was day 1 or day 2 of me being a coach. I first off did not know that I had joined network marketing. How do you, what? So I signed up, and day 1, got the welcome email from my upline, Leah Case, who at the time I really did not know. We had talked twice on Facebook, and I had joined, and because she had asked me, she was the person who I was like, okay, I'll sign up with her. And I just loved Turbo Jam. So I got my welcome email, and I saw that you had to, it talked about being emeralds, and it talked about some of the things that we do as coaches. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, I just like Turbo Jam. What's going on? No joke. Okay, I don't remember what you said the name of the new coach was, but so listen, I got my welcome email, girl, and I cried. I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh, no one's going to be on my team. We have to have a team? What is this? Oh my God. Cried. I legit cried, you guys. I was like, what is going on? And I was like, oh my gosh. So I freaked out and I cried. That's intimidation, okay? And then I realized, okay, I can do this, all right? I'm going to pull on my big girl panties, and I'm going to figure out how to go about this. So I read that, I printed off that welcome email, and I went through everything and highlighted what I was supposed to do, and I got on Platinum Presenters, and like Eric said, there was no tools way back in the day. I just anything that I could get my hands on, I watched, I read, I listened to, anything that anybody above me told me to do, I was like, okay, I'm doing it. So I feel if you, and obviously it worked. So anything that, if you feel you're taking the advice that has been given to you and you're going out there and you're doing it, even if people are saying no, but you're still making those reach outs and you're inviting people and you're trying to get a challenge group together, you're doing your thing, it will come. And sometimes it takes, it takes the momentum to build. So right away, it might not be boop, got it. It might take months to get people on board, but as long as you know that you're doing the tasks every day, then you're doing it right, and don't feel you're you're doing something wrong, because sometimes it just takes time.
Excellent. Okay, Megan.
Um, Ditto. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't have that experience. I did answer not. I did answer Nadia some in the group too. I actually like spewed a lot out there. But as far as when I first started, I started as a discount coach. That was like my. I'm like one of those that's like, well, sure, why not? I'll sign up, and what we'll see what happens. And same thing. I started a little later than Katarina, but there still wasn't a whole lot of guidelines. But I think it was almost good in a way because I was naturally sharing because I wasn't going in with any kind of like agenda. I was just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I had already been sharing about my fitness stuff on Facebook. That was how I got pulled in. Someone was like, hey, you're all into this running. I used to be a runner. You're all into this running. This would be a great fit for you. And so I was like, oh, well, let me try this Shakeology stuff. And, I was hooked. And I had done network marketing before, so I knew the premise behind that. That part didn't me because I'm the person that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And if I'm not, I'm not. And I'm going to go at my own pace and I'm comfortable with that. So that's kind of me, which sometimes works against me, but it's just who I am. But I've been intimidated plenty of times, just seeing other successful coaches and feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't, how can I do that? I can't do that. I'm not, but I am brought around every time to the point of, well, wait a minute, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And that is just a constant reminder. And I think that I've gotten that the most in live trainings, like going to Summit and going to Super Saturdays, because you're really around people. And then even us doing these kind of calls that you see, it's just other people. We're just normal people, and we all are stepping out and doing it. And I think the big thing that you hear again and again is be here a year from now. And, our other theme is never give up, because if you really have a passion to help people and you lead with that and you're genuine and you're you and you share from your heart and you let people in and you let them see, then it's going to blossom and it's going to happen. So I better stop. We're kind of getting long. So
Excellent. Thank you. And Carla.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here trying to think about what I want to say about this, because I think what I want to start this with is that you don't really need to compare yourself to others, because everybody is different. Everybody's fitness journey is different. Everybody's coaching journey is different. And so my journey is a little bit different. I did start off very successful, but I want to say that I had been using Beachbody products for 10 years before I signed up to be a coach. And so to me, that means I was being proof of the product for 10 years before I ever signed up. I just didn't know there was such a thing as a coach. And so I was doing the product. I was already coaching people. I just had not signed up for the opportunity. And so, when I'm sitting here thinking, like, do I really want to say what I want to say? But I want to be totally honest. I was very successful in my first few months, but I contribute that to being, in my heart, I was already a Beachbody coach. Like, I just didn't know you could be one. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were already coming to me for fitness. And so if right now, if you're just starting, if you are living the product, if you are doing the workouts, you're drinking Shakeology and you're posting on social media and you're sharing what you're doing, then you're doing what I did for 10 years. And, so when you look at, like, oh, her first month she got, all these Success Club points, or she made whatever, you have to understand I was doing Beachbody products for 10 years. I mean, so it wasn't like I just jumped in and started doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to tell people that, because I was living the product before that. I wasn't drinking Shakeology, but I was doing the workouts. And so being proof of the product to me is so very important. And then every time as you're doing that, people are then going to look to you when they are ready to do something with their fitness journey. And so, heck, I can't even remember what the heck the first question was, but I do remember it was about your beginning of your beginning. And I just don't think you need to compare yourself to others, because everybody is so very different in what, some people are still like smack dab at the beginning of their journey, and I don't think you should not sign to be a coach at that point, because people want real people. Not everybody wants the perfect body person to be their coach. They want somebody that's real life, that knows what it's like to struggle, and so everybody needs somebody different to be their coach. And so be yourself, do your thing, be patient. And I just tell my coaches every day, like, do the 3 vital behaviors every single day and keep doing them. I am not reinventing the wheel. Like, I mean, I've had people say, well, how have you been so successful? I am literally doing the 3 vital behaviors every single day that Beachbody puts. I'm not doing not one single thing that is out of the ordinary. It's just I'm consistently doing it, but I contribute my success quick to the fact that I had already been such a believer in Beachbody products. As a matter of fact, one of my diamond coach, Angie, and I would say, if Beachbody puts it out, we're buying it. I mean, that was us before I became a coach. Like, if Insanity, did Beachbody put it out? Well, then it works. We're buying it. I mean, that was us. We didn't know there was a coach. We didn't know anything about that. And so, but we believed in that company so much that when the day came, y'all know the story. I was like, what? Beachbody coach? I called Susan. I don't even know her. Like, hey, what is a Beachbody coach? I want to be that. So, I mean, it's like, it's funny, but it's like, because I believed in the company and I believed in what they were putting out. They wouldn't put out a product that didn't work. And so, that's what you have to be for people. And don't, just be patient with yourself. Just be totally patient with yourself and keep doing that. And you're going to see, it's like the person that lasts the longest is the one that's going to win. I mean, I truly believe that in this business. I truly believe that.
Okay, I'm going to wrap things up, and I'm going to wrap things up with a quote. You kind of spurred something when with what you just said, all of you. It says, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do.
Absolutely.
That was by Steve Jobs. And guys, one of the things I did purposely is that I did not give big introductions to all of the coaches. I just kind of said, yeah, they're, Star Diamond coaches. These guys are freaking amazing. That the people that you just heard from, Katarina, she leads all, she's leading all of us. I think there's like 7,000 coaches under her. She's the youngest. I told her I've got ties older than Katarina, and she has already purchased her own house. I mean, I'm serious. I do. I will whip that thing out. I do. But I mean, she's done amazing things. Megan has constantly been one of the top leaders under the team Motivate since she started. If it wasn't for her, I don't know where. I know exactly where I'd be. I'd probably still be until my 9 to 5. And then Carla, my gosh, she is one of the fastest growing coaches in all of Team Beachbody. I mean, once you invited by Carl Deichler, yeah.
I was so excited about that.
So these guys, and the reason, they deserve their horns tooted, absolutely. But I wanted to wait until the end to tell you that, because I wanted you guys to understand a couple of things. Number one, they're just like you guys. It's not like they're going to just bestow all of this like knowledge that hardly anybody knows. But the thing is, they do the work, and they're very passionate, and they care. Think about Nadja, when you asked that question, both Megan and Carla jumped right on it. They already answered you. And right now, Carla, you see in the background, she's on vacation on the beach. She's like, hey, I want to be a part of this. I want to help other people. I want to help other people become successful and realize their dreams. And I think, Megan, you're like waiting for a TV show to start. Your family's in the other room too. So basically, people are very passionate. If you're looking to be successful, follow what these people do. They love what they do. They love Beachbody. They believe in the mission of Beachbody, helping other people lead healthy and successful lives. Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, our 30-minute presentation. Wow, I'm not even going to tell you what time it is. But hey, like I said, that was our first go. If you enjoyed this, let us know. Give us some feedback. Tell us what worked, what didn't work, and we will, we'll do this again. I really enjoyed this, and thank each and every one of you for joining us. Thank you to my lovely panel. I appreciate it. And
thank you, Eric, for putting this
Thank
all together, collecting
This is cool.
questions, moderating us.
Moderating,
Yes,
yeah,
you
like
did a lot of
A
hard work,
beast.
Eric. I couldn't do it. I
man.
couldn't
As
do
soon as
it.
as soon as I found the right button to push to start the thing, yeah.
You did a
So,
great job.
all right, thank you. All right, everyone, thanks so much. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.